So we'll get right into business with Toji up against the Avengers. So the plan is to go one by one in what we consider to be, weakest to strongest based off of feats and different physical stats, going up against Toji with all of his different curse tools and all of the different things that we've actually seen him be able to do. And with me today on this awesome topic, I've got my man DJ Miles.
Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
So starting things off with the character that probably equalizes with Toji the most is going to be Captain America. Captain America, and honestly with all of the different Avengers, some of the scaling might be a little controversial because of course there's literally millions of different interpretations and everything like that. But because Captain America isn't really a superhuman, he's just like represents the absolute peak of humanity, him and Toji are probably going to have the most decent back and forth. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be super exciting because there's some high scaling things I can say about Captain America as this conversation continues on. But as you said, he is the peak of human limitations, and even slightly a little bit beyond that, right? So beyond just benching like 1,100 pounds on each side with weights and all that stuff and, being faster than an Olympic runner. These two, I would actually love to see in a death battle.
Toji, as we saw with Playful Cloud, was able to basically whip around two giant mollusk Shikigami, which are stated to be the hardest and most durable that a disaster curse spirit like Dagon has to offer. And also considering they're basically deep sea gigantic level, we have to imagine if he can whip them back down to the ground, he's packing a pretty hefty punch as well. They're both going to be at least able to destroy levels of buildings. I mean, especially when you consider Captain America's got his whole shield made of adamantium. The one thing that I probably would disagree with is the fact that Toji might be able to cause a little bit more city damage than Cap might.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. So although, Captain America isn't as strong as Thor or the Hulk, as we'll dive into later on, he can at least keep up with them to some degree. And even if we're high scaling Captain America, there are many instances where he would battle Wolverine, for instances, right? And Wolverine is made out of pure adamantium, and he can make him bleed and break into a car and, just like dent it. That's high scaling Captain America, and that in and of itself is super impressive.
Including Captain America's speed is going to be faster than any human, considering he's supposed to be the peak of humanity. But on top of that, that is also another feat that's going to be matched up with Toji. Captain America is shown to be able to react to other Marvel heroes like Spider-Man or Daredevil, and that's strictly because of his reaction time and reflexes, not so much because he's able to run fast or move fast. He's shown to be able to dodge bullets without even looking at them, which is probably something that Toji's going to be able to do. A huge feat that was added to Toji's arsenal, specifically in the anime. Not only does he have the power to destroy an entire floor of concrete with his bare foot, he's going to be able to basically push his finger into a projectile with what is probably considered speed higher than what Captain America can muster, and just push all that debris like literal bullets into different rapid escape Shikigami that Megami summoned. That's another big thing that Toji has going up against one of these Marvel superheroes that unfortunately is a benefit he's not going to be seeing for long, as Miles kind of mentioned with Thor and Hulk. But sticking on it, another thing that Cap really is going to have going for him is going to be durability. Obviously, he's going to be at the highest level that can be said for a human, although Toji can also have the same thing said about him.
Yeah, and this is where it gets super exciting because both of them are great at martial arts and just hand-to-hand combat. But when you look into Captain America when it comes to that stuff, right, he's also an expert in boxing, in judo, in military combat. He is very adept at hand-to-hand combat situations in the moment, which is actually really crazy. There's moments where you would see him battle with Shang-Chi, who is arguably the best martial artist in Marvel, and he can master a combat form within seconds as well against him. Captain America can lift up a telephone pole. He can actually hold a helicopter down from preventing it to take off. He can break out of restraints, handcuffs and chains, but I feel like that's kind of easy when you compare him with Toji as well. So yeah, no matter how you pin it, both of them are taking, they can fly through buildings. They will be hurt and damaged, but they can get up easily from that.
You hit the nail on the head with that, specifically because Captain America is definitely going to be 10 times more experienced when it comes to martial arts and just pure fisticuffs than Toji. Toji definitely strikes me as a lot more of like a street brawler. Even when you include his like weapons and his curse tools, with Playful Cloud and with the Inverted Spear of Heaven, the way that he kind of fights, you know, young Gojo, or even the way that he kind of beats up Curse Spirit Dagon, are shown to be more brutal rather than what's going to be a lot more, you know, tactical and strategical when it comes to Captain America. Not to say Toji isn't, you know, a strategic, you know, Batman of preparation himself, but like you said, on the fly, Captain America's huge reflexes are going to be much higher than Toji, or at least at the same level as Toji, combined with the fact that Captain America is definitely a lot better at hand-to-hand combat. And also, the shield that he has is not going to be able to be broken no matter what Toji does. Means that he's got a perfect weapon that will never break, as opposed to Toji, that the man was literally sharpening Playful Cloud himself. So it doesn't surprise me that, you know, Playful Cloud could be broken in this bout.
Yeah, for people who really think or who might undermine Captain America's shield, it's like that in and of itself is made of vibranium. Wolverine is made out of antimanium, which is like arguably is kind of up there, but not as strong, right? And Wolverine's antimanium claws can scratch powerful beings in Marvel, like the Hulk. Has been shown to stab Thor, but those claws cannot even scratch Captain America's shield. Like, so it can't be understated. This vibranium shield is actually next level.
And even Captain America's suit in and of itself is shown to be at least bulletproof. Captain America was shown to get a whole building dropped on top of him. He was hit with Sonic level attacks, even had concrete broken on his back and showed only to be slightly phased. Again, now this is a category of physical feature that Toji can definitely stack up to Captain America with, but with everything we've kind of gone into with Captain America, it's not necessarily going to be an easy fight. Toji has been seen to survive an attack by Gojo's Red, a very strong ability that blasted him through also multiple different walls to give him some kind of equalization and durability. Also, to use Maki as a level of scaling. Even in a pre-awakened state, Maki was able to be whipped around and thrown by a Naoya Zenin into multiple different mountains, into multiple different buildings and through walls. So they're both pretty durable in the case of humans as far as it goes. It goes to show that both Captain America and Toji Fushiguro are like definitely both representing pure peaks of humanity here. I think ultimately it's going to come down to the two characters' endurance and how the fight actually goes out, because obviously Captain America's got some huge amount of stamina. He's able to fight for 12 hours straight without interruption and go through plenty of traumatic different events, just like not even just American wars, but all the different cosmic wars and entities he faces as just a regular man. And he's just got that indomitable will to carry on. He also has pretty advanced healing rate compared to most humans. Again, these are all kinds of things that Toji does have. So at the end of the day, Captain America and Toji is probably the most equal fight that we'll be getting into today, because they both have very similar physical stats in regards to attack power, durability, and speed. I think Toji just has a little bit more in his arsenal to fight against Cap with, considering he's got all those different curse tools, the Chain of 1,000 Miles, the Inverted Spear of Heaven. Captain America isn't really a supernatural force. That doesn't really equate to much besides a small dagger. He's got the Soul Slicing Blade, which actually, even though Cap's shield is stated to be unbreakable, if it's a sword that ignores all durability, I mean, this might be the very first thing that actually breaks Cap's shield. And if Cap's shield is getting broken and he's up against the Toji with all of his curse tools and weapons and prep time and the hidden inventory curse to continue swapping things out.
You know, I think you're a little crazy, but just to be fair to Toji, just to be fair for Toji, because I feel like we got to give him a bone as the video progresses. I will give you that. I actually even like that scenario, how you played it out. I think Toji, well, it's not I think. I know Toji can win. But I think if this is a battle of attrition, if they're kind of battling, you know, Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament style with two blades behind their back, right? I think Captain America walks away with it, you know, but I wouldn't argue if you said Toji gets this as well.
And you're right. When it comes down to the kind of monsters he's going to be facing in the next 3 Avengers, I mean, sure, if this is the W and this is the generosity we have to give to Toji, if you're going to get mad at us, then just finish the video and maybe that will all subside. To move forward and on to the next Avenger, in matter of magnitude at least, we're gonna go with Iron Man. Another regular human being with, depending on your interpretation and depending on your comic, no biological enhancements. At least the Iron Man we're gonna be putting Toji up against in terms of fairness. And also, same with the suit, there are a bunch of different suits, and his power is mostly derived from the suit. Mainly, the basic suit is going to give Iron Man the ability to lift over 100 tons. So just a stark difference from 1 ton to 100 tons is really going to show you the stark contrast of power that we're going up from.
If we're just using the regular 616 Iron Man, right, and we're not going crazy with all the limitations of like his advanced armor, like we're talking like basic armor. Just on a speed feat alone, he's kind of keeping up with Silver Surfer, who's so fast he can time travel through pure speed alone. I think that's pretty insane. But when it comes to the armor itself, I think, right, if Toji's smart enough and he knows immediately that Tony Stark's weakness is that core reactor, and he can somehow just use one of those weapons to like just aim for Tony directly through the chest, that could be a one and done, game over battle. But as we kind of go on with just how impressive the suit of armor is itself, it's gonna be, you know, easier said than done for Toji.
I mean, the defense of the suit is able to go against rockets and missiles to high-powered lasers with barely showing any sort of damage. But you're right, with the soul-splitting blade, or even just a well-timed, as we saw him go for Megumi's head with that playful cloud in the anime, like if he strikes him or pierces him right in the perfect spot, that is definitely going to be Iron Man's weak point. However, the big thing that Iron Man's gonna have at his disposal here is gonna be that huge speed difference, because like you said, when you consider the fact that with the suit and the jets added on, he's basically going from hypersonic to faster than light time reaction feats, which either way, whatever way you want to cut it, is going to be 10 times faster than Toji, who is blinking between, you know, one spot and the next for certain characters and purely perception blitzing them. He's known to be the speed demon of his verse, and if he can barely keep up with the second Avenger, I mean, this is just starting the trend very badly, in my opinion.
We're lowballing it. Faster than light is what we're dealing with Iron Man in the suit. And then if you want to highball it, it's immeasurable speed, which that's already beyond linear time. So yeah, it's safe to say it's gonna be tough for Toji.
The problem is going to be that with Captain America, Toji at least had a fair shot because he's going up against what's considered to be peak humanity. Iron Man, especially with the suit and the repulsor tech node, if you want to give him that links to his brain and gives him the ability to sense unnatural energies and also convert unnatural energies and access a little bit more of like superhuman intelligence, superhuman multitasking. It enhances his reaction time and reflexes and overall just intelligence, 25 to 30 IQ points. And with a brainiac like Tony Stark, who is probably already going to be 10 times faster at strategizing and just plotting things out in the middle of battle against Toji, who again is a very strong prep time Batman in his own series. Tony Stark does not need that added boost, but if you give it to him, it's just going to be utterly insane. Also considering with his limiters overrided, if you want to bring out the absolute maximum capacity of his suit, that 100-ton superhuman strength that I was talking about can not only be increased to 500 tons with just the power of his jets on his feet. Breaking the limiters, we get to 16,000 tons. With that reaction time that I was just talking about with the added boost to all of his brain links, he's able to be better than peak humanity, even being faster than characters that can be considered to have precognition, like Spider-Man with his Spidey senses. And again, to use Maki as a scaling, if Maki can keep up with Mach 3 Naoya, we don't have an accurate, you know, measurement of that speed. But if you want to say Mach 4 and Mach 5, even being generous, Iron Man reaches Mach 10.
Yeah, it's actually pretty insane. And again, this is me being very generous with Toji and saying even in Iron Man's like most fodder of armors, right? There's comics where Iron Man has battled with Luke Cage. For people who don't know, Luke Cage has unbreakable skin, meaning he can like easily break through 4 inches of thick steel. And Iron Man is easily whopping Luke Cage like it's nothing. I don't even know what it's like if he even had a decent suit of armor against someone like Toji.
Now, of course, to give Toji a little bit of slack, I know there's a lot of people that are going to say we didn't go over everything that he could potentially do against Iron Man, so it didn't make it fair. So again, going over the different curse weapons and tools that Toji has, he's got the Chain of 1,000 Miles, so he can definitely attack from afar, very far as things are considered, with the long-range projectile of whipping the chain around. We do know the Soul-Splitting Blade is going to give him the ability to ignore all durability whatsoever. The suit, no matter how powerful that it gets, if Toji is able to actually land a slice on it, be that through Tony Stark's weak point of his heart, then yeah, Toji definitely does have the ability to win. Like you said, Miles, like the tools, especially with like Playful Cloud being able to, you know, destroy multiple city blocks if we were to let Toji run freely just based off the way that he smacked down those giant Shikigami. Toji has the destructive feats that may be able to definitely bring Tony Stark down. But again, just getting into a couple different things, Tony Stark, his intelligence is going to be way higher than Toji. We've already displayed how his superhuman strength and superhuman speed is going to be running circles around Toji. Tony Stark is going to be able to talk to Toji and fuck with him while he's fighting him at the same time, as well as also thinking of the 3 next moves that he's going to be doing, as stated when he literally split his mind into 3 separate levels of consciousness between 3 different bodies. Like, that's how fast and quick Tony Stark's mind is moving. And keep that all in mind when I say that Iron Man doesn't even need to get close enough for Toji to do any damage to him, because Iron Man has so many different things that he can use to just literally vaporize Toji from afar. It's honestly disgusting. Like, he has just multiple different missile barrages, rockets, pulse cannons that shoot plasma energy that will literally just turn Toji into a speck of dust against the wall. The same thing that Gojo did to Hanami.
And you know, it's a little unfair, because if you remember Kenjaku saying that, hey, you know, these American soldiers, like bullets, can do some damage to sorcerers. I mean, now you're looking at Tony Stark, who has the latest of the latest in technology, you know, repulsions, laser beams. It's like, good luck to Toji with all this stuff.
Yep, and Toji definitely has the reaction time and speed to like dodge a well-timed rocket, dodge a well-timed plasma blast, but like Iron Man can literally just destroy the entire surrounding area and just blow everything up, because his suit is at least able to survive any kind of explosion outside of like a nuclear explosion at ground zero. Like, he says this shit himself in the comics. It's very easy to imagine a scenario where Iron Man just goes, all right, you know what? This guy is just running around everywhere. Instead of me even exerting effort, I'm just going to blow up this entire area and fly away, and it's over. Toji's best bet is like running away, hiding, and hoping Iron Man's gotta charge his suit.
And you know what? And I know we're just talking about comic book Iron Man, you know, and I really don't want to talk about too much about the MCU Iron Man, but just to even lowball that, right? There's a moment in the MCU Avengers, right, where Thor is like charging his Mjolnir thunder attack at Iron Man, and that suit itself is taking all the durability from a god of thunder. Okay, it's kind of impressive how much this suit can actually tank and withstand and still be unfazed with the person inside of it.
If you want to go ahead and argue that Toji has the means to actually kill Iron Man because Tony Stark, outside of the suit, has no durability, sure. If you want to say that Toji waits for Tony Stark to come out of the bathroom at his most vulnerable moment and like assassinates him, I would even be willing to give you that if the Iron Man suit didn't just defend him no matter what, anytime he was in a hostile situation. Like, there's no way we can give this man Toji the win. It's just not happening. You're going to even see the amount of time we just spent arguing for Toji, just debating on his behalf, is going to get even shorter as we get into these next Avengers like Thor and Hulk. Because people like Thor, even leaving Hulk out of the equation for now, is not only able to reach the same kind of superhuman strength of Tony Stark's suit just on his own without any kind of help. This man is literally a god who has been shown to have the durability to withstand attacks from some of the universe's strongest threats and even other gods themselves. He has just pure immunity to plenty of elements. His Asgardian skin is crafted 3 times denser than a human's, and he can also rapidly heal and regenerate from any damage he takes 10 times faster than Cap, or even if you want to say Iron Man can potentially reconstruct himself. This man, any damage that Toji, even if you want to say with the soul splitting blade, ignores that Asgardian passive ability of durability, even if you want to say that sword swipes through, it's just gonna heal.
I mean, even low balling Thor, he's already multi-universal. Now Toji's facing a literal Asgardian god, and that in and of itself is just, I think, way too much for Toji to handle.
Yeah, I mean, just again to give you an idea, Thor's speed comparable to Mach 32. That is almost 11 times or maybe 10 times the speed of what Toji is potentially able to reach. His senses and reflexes allow him to see as far as the edge of the solar system and react to attacks traveling faster than light. Again, like Iron Man, Thor can also fly, shoot projectile attacks, channel energy blasts through his great hammer, strong enough to destroy adamantium, which is literally what Captain America's shield was made of. He can even kill immortal beings with an attack called the God Blast. So please interrupt me when you think Toji's going to be able to get a whack in here.
I'm going to continue with the speed feat. So he can keep up with Silver Surfer, who can cross infinite universes in just moments and even time travel through sheer speed alone. There's another scenario where someone is begging for Thor to save him across the infinite universe and instantly arrived. He's intercepted Hermes, who's the literal god of speed and has point blank reaction with his hammer. And the hammer in and of itself is so fast, there's even moments where it's argued it can actually bend to his speed and allow him to travel through time as well.
Even if Toji was to give it his all, he's not coming anywhere close to a god again who can destroy literal planets with an attack strengthened by something called anti-force, or is known to even shake the universe with thermal blasts. Like, this is a level of power that is unheard of even in Jujutsu Kaisen. Gojo, Sukuna, any character in Jujutsu Kaisen is getting full-on vaporized by someone like Thor without Thor even having to move maybe even a little bit of a finger. Like, Toji, sure, is intensely fast, not anywhere close to Mach 32. Toji, sure, is insanely durable, not anywhere able to withstand an attack that can kill an immortal or eternal being. Thor can control the weather with lightning storms, rain, wind, and thunder. He can create unnatural weather events like fire fucking rain. He can make earthquakes, blizzards, tidal waves. No matter what area of the earth Toji is in, even if Thor is half away across the earth, he is still in danger and should be worried.
You know, even if Thor didn't want to touch him, the hammer can do all the work, right? Like, as you mentioned, I'm going to piggyback off the elemental manipulation you mentioned earlier with creating typhoons of limitless speed. You know, just even spinning the hammer. Imagine how he did it in the MCU, right? He can do that so fast that it can create a vortex on demand, and that in and of itself, again, could tear apart through time and space. And even if you don't want to say DJ Miles, it tears through time and space, it is literally going to create a vortex windstorm where it's going to equal on par of like malevolent shrine slicing and dicing him.
Even if Toji was given maximum prep time, even if he was given his whole life to prepare for this moment, Toji wouldn't even be able to come anywhere close to Thor if he meant any hostile intent. Toji may as well be an ant getting stepped on by an elephant, to use Kusakabe's use Kusakabe's, metaphor. It's kind of crazy when you get to intense, maximum Thor that can manipulate souls, absorb a life force, see through any illusion. Even if Toji's making deals with other gods from the Marvel universe, selling his soul, on the market, like, it doesn't matter. Nothing's coming to help him. And the same can be said for someone like Hulk, who is literally one of the strongest beings in the entire Marvel universe, next to a creature of nature that we just spent 5 minutes discussing how they literally just make Toji look like a loser.
I mean, Hulk, just for everyone who don't know, right, he gets stronger the angrier he becomes, but it actually goes just a little bit beyond what the muscles and adrenaline can sustain for someone like Hulk, right? Because he draws his energy from gamma energy as a whole. There are points of vulnerabilities with the Hulk that maybe you can go ahead and discuss, because he is indestructible, but that doesn't mean he's immune to like slashing attacks.
The one thing that Hulk and Iron Man have in common is at the end of the day, in like quote unquote base form, they are just regular people. Hulk is really only strong, as you said, because of his anger, because of his stress, the adrenaline that runs through his body and reacts with that gamma energy basically causes the transformation of the Hulk, which has been stated to take anywhere from 25 seconds to 5 minutes, depending on that initial surge of adrenaline. The problem that Toji's gonna have, because obviously Toji's gonna have a hard time going up against the big green monsters, so it may be in his best interest, same as like we said about Tony Stark, to maybe try and assassinate Banner. The thing is, even when Bruce Banner is in human form, any kind of stress will result in him to immediately transform, which is like any kind of threat whatsoever given to him or any kind of attack hit on him is gonna make the other him force him to go into transformation and just beat the bricks off this man. I mean, there's the whole immortality thing with the Hulk that we can kind of get into a little bit later after we discussed everything, but the odds are not looking good against Hulk.
So yeah, even if you want to put aside that he can easily lift up tanks and knock them down, right? Like, and his skin, to be fair, can be pierced, right? If the weapon that is damaging him, you know, can do that. Just lowballing it, his skin is 10 times stronger than regular Kevlar. We've seen in just many instances, Hulk can withstand bullets. He can take point blank tanks, missiles, and still treat it as if you and I would treat a mosquito bite.
The best thing, and this has honestly been Toji's best help the entire video, if you haven't noticed, is the soul splitting blade. He just gets the jump on Hulk before he can completely transform, and Toji in one quick cross slash cuts off every single limb of the Hulk before it can completely transform, because he can completely go through that insane durability that DJ Miles just explained is normally pretty hard to get through. I don't know if you know this, but the Hulk is literally able to not only just regenerate, but he can even manipulate the disembodied limbs and organs if they come apart from him independently, merge them all back together, or probably just beat the shit out of Toji with the disembodied. Like, he's been shown to be able to rip a huge portion of his own head off just to let it regrow. Even when all of his skin and muscle mass was ripped from his body, he was healthy again in less than a couple seconds. Toji is really at not just a disadvantage when it comes to, again, going up against just universe-ending strength. The Hulk can literally create supersonic blasts of power that are able to cause massive AoE energy blasts with just by clapping his hands together. The vibration is enough to literally ravage small areas of the world, and even a weakened animalistic Hulk with no control was able to fend off the 3 people we just talked about before on his own.
It can't be unstated that just even doing a simple hand clap, get this, creates a large thunderclap so powerful it can drop enemies even large distances away from him. So in the way where we talked about how Iron Man can just do, you know, fire off all these missiles to create a big destruction so he can easily locate Toji, Hulk is just doing this by clapping his hands.
And if you think that because he's a big, giant, massive green muscle, he's not going to be able to keep up with someone like Toji, this man is able to leap over 1,000 miles in a single jump. You want to say, no op, that's just a far distance. Of course, he has strong legs. He's able to literally keep up with full-on space missiles and jet aircraft while he's doing these jumps. And not only that, he's not just like wildly and randomly flopping around the Earth's area, because not only is he able to jump out of Earth's orbit on occasion with the amount of heights he's reached while jumping, he has precise and accurate decision on where he lands. He can literally pinpoint an island out of nowhere that not even like a heavy telescope or something can see after jumping out and land on that. So he's very fast. All of his superhuman feats exist more so than just strength and durability.
Speed is one of those things you don't think about when you think of someone like the Hulk. But again, even just low balling it, he can run upwards to 300 miles per hour. Like you were saying with the jumping distance, just casually jumping, traveling miles in a single jump, thanks to those massive titans of legs he has. It's so insane when you just think about how much of a literal monstrous threat this hulking beast is, no pun intended.
That doesn't even go into the fact that multiple different cosmic entities have literally given Hulk the feat that he could, if unleashed at the maximum power, could probably literally destroy the entire universe. But that's something that we don't even need to get into. Toji is at the most multiple city block level, so easy enough said than done. The Hulk wins. But just to give obviously a couple different scenarios, because I know there's there's obviously going to be people that say Toji could potentially, let's say, take advantage of some of the weak points that the Hulk has by using some kind of trap or doing some kind of crazy thing where Hulk gets trapped underwater, or let's say he like pushes a rocket and sends Hulk to space. Let's give Toji literal access to NASA here. The Hulk can literally adapt to any environment his body gets placed into, shown to be able to grow accustomed to fighting both underwater and in space without any lack of oxygen. And even if, let's say, let's give the inverted spear of heaven the most massive buff necessary, because obviously the kind of origins of the relationship between the gamma energy and magic in general, I'm not really too sure of. I'll leave that to a commenter down below that's a lot more familiar with the comics. But I am familiar with the fact that because of that tie of energy, the Hulk can be very vulnerable to different kinds of supernatural energies and magic that specifically target that. So let's give the inverted spear of heaven just the pure fact that it could potentially dispel and stop the Hulk transformation entirely. Just because the soul splitting blade can pierce Hulk's skin does not mean the inverted spear of heaven can. So again, even in the most generous possible situation that my small little pea-sized brain can think of, Toji's not winning. And even if somehow you want to say Toji is able to kill Hulk by taking advantage of his vulnerability or getting him before he reached his full power, there is the whole concept of the green door and Hulk's immortality concept. There have been multiple times where Hulk and Bruce Banner alone have literally died, and despite the fact that Bruce Banner just wants to end it all no matter what, he is continuously forced to wake up the next day. This is very almost impossible, but even if Toji kills him, he just comes back the next day and goes, hey, remember me? And just turns into the Hulk and just claps Toji's head into a flattened pancake.
Yep, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Obviously, if we were to even put Toji up against all four of these people, just based off the conversations we've had before, it's pretty obvious this man gets dusted, the brakes beaten off of him, and he's not even remembered because he gets wiped from history with how bad his ass gets beat. Captain America versus Toji is probably the closest Toji gets to having a fair fight and potentially a win if he can play his cards right. Iron Man, he has the potential to win, but most likely he's not going to get any openings. And Thor and Hulk are just instant washes.
Yeah, I agree. I would even just add, just for the sake of Toji, he can hurt the Hulk, but that's it. He can.
That's going to be it for this video, guys. If you made it this far, I sincerely appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel and it only takes a second. I want to thank my man DJ Miles for hopping on this video with me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate being on. Thank you.
Go subscribe to him. His channel is going to be in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't be afraid to check out an end screen video to continue your binge. Peace.